So now that the ranging component has been isolated and bucked into the bar, we're ready to begin the calibration process to value the length of the bar. So to do that, I'm going to go back, I'm going to close this window out, and we'll go back to IFM mode. This tracker does have that capability, so we're going to use that to help value the bar. And we're ready to begin taking our calibration measurements. So I've got the SMR lined up on the mirror. It's coming off the tracker, and we are in IFM mode, and we're ready to go. So I'll go ahead and leave that at A, and let me go ahead and take this reading. So that's our first measurement for the calibration of the bar. That brings us to the use of these counterweights on the bar. I'm going to move this counterweight to point A as I take the SMR out of the A position to measure at point B. The goal is to keep equal weight distribution over the length of the bar so that we don't have any aberrant bending or movement of the bar. So we're really trying to manage the uncertainty of our measurement process. So now the target, the SMR, is set in point B. I can go ahead and take that measurement. So you can see this will become a very repeatable process. We're going to move the counterweight to B as we pull the target back to point C. And let's take our reading. So that constitutes one iteration of the calibration of the bar. We're going to measure this bar 3 times so we can get some average data to better tighten up the calibrated length of the bar. So part of that, I'm simply going to take the SMR, I'm going to remove it, and I'm going to seat it back into the nest, just to be honest about this iteration on the measurement for this bar. So let's take that measurement. Let's take the second point on our second bar, remembering to move the counterweight. Then we move back to target A. This is kind of the fun one. You kind of need to get your hand in between the mirror and the beam of the tracker. We'll move the counterweight. Take that measurement. So that's the second bar. We're going to do one more because we want to do 3 total. So we remove it from the seat. We place it back. Let me take the measurement. Manage the counterweights again. Come back to target B. And take the data. One of the things I try to do as we're taking measurements here too is these are magnetic mounts. So I'm trying not to let them just really get sucked down in there too hard. I kind of rock it in on the 3-point mount just to minimize the vibration of the setup as much as possible. So let's come to target C and take that data. So that completes the 3 iterations of the bar. We do have 2 more data points we need to take. Because this is an IFM tracker, there is a bird bath distance that's important to account for. So to do that, we're simply going to break that. Because it's in IFM mode, it's going to go right back to the home position and it's going to rehome there. And our test for this is going to be to take a measurement at point A and point C. So let's take those last 2 measurements as a part of our calibration process. We take the SMR, we go straight to target A. We're not reflected off the mirror this time. We take that point. Now we swap the counterweights. We move over here to target C. And we take that measurement. So those measurements complete the calibration portion of our bar.